there we go. Okay, I'll give you everybody a few minutes, but I don't think y'all were all that far. So... Okay. Hi, Amonte. So, I tried to launch it after restarting my computer, and it continued to crash. So, I gotta figure out what's going on with it. Don't want to do that right now. So, we're doing chapter 3 of Silver Creek Falls. Because... gonna play something for you guys. So, I'm really sorry about that. I want to play this game. I want to play Fahrenheit. I am, like, invested in this game, but I am having so many issues with this game, it is ridiculous. Anyway, I gotta turn on the light, because this is actually... I need to see my keyboard better. So I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, just in case other people want to show up. I apologize, guys. I know I was... I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I wanted to do that game tonight so bad. But I'm probably will have to figure up something else to do. Just because, you know, I gotta figure out why it's crashing. There's probably a solution somewhere. I just gotta figure out exactly what it might be. So tonight, so we're just gonna do the rest of Silver Creek Falls and find out what's going on. So last time we ended up at a lab type thing. Obviously there was some human experimentation going on, and yeah, we ran into the missing sheriff. Oh, thank you, Stream Elements. Thank you, Stream Elements, for letting me know that I am now streaming. Alright. Let's go ahead and, oh yeah. Let's go ahead and press new game. Let's get this one started. Hello, and welcome back to Silver Creek Falls. The controls are the same as before. I'd like to kindly remind you that there are puzzles that combine logic, memory, and knowledge. Frequent saves and use of pen and paper to take notes about details is recommended. 2 weeks before the incident at Silver Creek Falls, it's Munich, Bavaria, Germany. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we are... objective, find the police station and speak to... Okay. We're gonna speak to somebody. Oh, guys, I'm playing the British guy. I forget his name. I think his real name was Mark or something like that. Not even a town map. Rude. That looks like it could be a police station. Nope. Maybe? Hello. I can't read that. It's in German. Ah, Inspector Wilson, am I correct? Ah, you speak English. Wonderful. Sorry, was my awful German so obvious? A little. But it's fine. German is a very hard language to... I can't even do my German accent right now. When people try to speak it. Holzer told me he was meeting with you this morning. I think he should be ready to see you now. Wonderful. Oh, I bet he's through that door. That's gotta be the guy, right? Hans, how are you, old friend? Hans, how are you, old friend? The gold star suits you. Mark, welcome. Have you had breakfast yet? Yes, I had a strudel with some hot chocolate. So, is your team ready? Have they gone through the drills I instructed? Yes, we've run them quite a few times, I must say, Mark. It sure feels great being back in action. I don't feel like doing a German accent tonight. It will be good to work side by side again. About that, I'll be here to help drill and brief your team, but unfortunately, I have to fly to the US next week to finalize some business. So, is this it? Yep, the big fish. I'll leave this in your care. Don't worry, I won't fail you, old friend. I know you won't, Hans. Present day. Unknown location, Bernie County, North Carolina. Okay. Can you park? You can park your car here overnight, son. I know the owner of this convenience store. Okay then. Can we go to a hotel? I know this fantastic hotel not too far away from here. They have ears everywhere. We'll talk in my cabin. Let's go. Can we at least talk about what happened? You rushed us here to the car and had to us drive here way over the speed limit. Theoretically, we should have stayed with the bodies and called in reinforcements. There was no time. Besides, more men were coming and I could have had to fight them all. Let's go to my cabin. We'll talk more there. It's just beyond this path, you see. My cabin is just up there to the left. We need some firewood and some food for the night. You guys tired? A little bit, but it's okay. What do you need? Take that little path to the right and keep following it. You should see a little orchard I've set up. please pick up some fruit and some firewood. No problem. Alright. So we gotta go get wood and fruit. Okay. Okay. So are we gonna talk about what just happened? I'm still in a bit of shock, to be honest. Thank God that Lee Davis was there to save us. But how did he know we'd be there? Okay, so at the very end of the last bit, she had a Bostonian accent. I'm attempting that badly, I think. Let's not forget that he did leave clues behind for other cops to find out what he did. It's not impossible to assume he'd been tracking us too. Do you think we can trust him? Yeah, he could have killed us right after killing the guys in the hazmat suits, but he didn't. Clearly he wants to work with us to solve the case. I guess, but we really should have stayed at the crime scene and waited for reinforcements. Shall I call the Bernie County Police? Please don't. This time, you're here with the FBI instead of by invitation from local police, so we should keep it with the FBI hands. I'll give my unit chief a call when we get to the orchard. Sounds good! How are my accents tonight, guys? I know I didn't even bother with the German one. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call my unit chief now. Have a rest for a while if you like. I'll pick some fruit with you when I'm done talking. It's okay. I'm not too tired anyway, so I'll pick some now. I'll be back when I've picked enough. You know what? I'm just gonna talk normal for her because I am doing a horrible job. Okay. Apple. Oh, you get 2. Okay. Nothing on the little trees. Alright, that's good to know. So the green trees have apples. Apparently there are 2 per tree. Good to know. I think that's enough. You can never have too many apples. Get more apples. Get all the apples. You were given an assignment. You're going to do it well. Tree left behind. Heh. I figured that had to be an achievement, right? Pick all the apples in the orchard. Alright. Come on, Falcon. So, what did your unit chief say? He told me to stick with Lee Davis for now as a person of interest. They're sending a team over to the secret lab to investigate. That looked really bad, just like the rooms in the sorority. Do you think it was human experimentation? Yeah. We'll know after the FBI team gets there. I already sent my chief photos from inside, so he has an idea of what type of crew to send. Besides, I have a feeling this case isn't so simple. We should talk to Lee and see what he knows. He's been following this case from the shadows for a while. Surely he knows something we don't. Okay. We gotta collect wood, right? Okay. Alright, head back. Also, how's the volume? Is it too loud? Are we good? Sure where I'm supposed to get wood from, but maybe we just... Okay, the background music could be turned down a bit. Okay, I gotta do that in OBS because it don't have no volume control. How about that? Is that better? Or does it need to be turned down a little bit more? Okay. How about now? Do you notice the difference now? Okay. Okay, so that's better. Good. This is Kevin. I think we should do as Lee Jason says, collect... Okay. Well, where do I collect fire... Okay. Okay. Well, where do I collect the firewood? Oh my god. Where do I get firewood from? I got the apples. Okay. Okay. Where the heck do I get firewood? Nope, not from the trees. Nope. Gesundheit, Monty! Monty sneezing in the other room. She, of course, sneezes a lot quieter than I do. You could hear you? Well, you still sneeze quieter than I do. Okay. My God, where do I get the firewood from? Do I get it from the little trees? No. Okay. Just... I've been clicking on trees. These were the apple trees. Oh, okay, it's the big trees. Okay. Found it. That's the big trees. Nope, I ain't doing that. If the apples are an achievement, so's the firewood. Okay, did I miss any? Ah, there's more. Okay. Nope. Maybe that was all of it. Okay. I guess I didn't get an achievement. That's fine. Rude. Alright, in we go. Welcome to my cabin. Did you get the fruit and firewood? Yes, here it is. Thanks. So can we talk about what happened? Everyone in Silver Creek Falls thinks you're either dead or you've abandoned them. I feared this, but they don't understand. Understand what? I had no choice. Here, make yourselves comfortable. It's a long story. Go on. After I finished the scene of the car crash, I decided to look over the bloodbath at the sorority house again. It was, after all, the scene that contained the most evidence. Something about it bothered me, and I knew something about it was off. It was a house full of blood. Nothing about that's right. I mean the fact that there were no signs of forced entry, that someone achieved so much carnage with no resistance in entering the house. It's bizarre. It's true. Normally you'd think after the first murder at least one of the other girls would have heard something and locked themselves in their room or tried to escape from their perpetrator. Exactly. Furthermore, it was their neighbors that reported that they had heard singing and chanting. So they were all in the same room. Isn't it strange that they didn't hear screams as if they'd been assaulted? Yes. So, I went there to investigate again. As I walked through the bedrooms, I heard a faint scratching at the room most to the right. I walked to the room, and as I entered the room, I caught a brief look at... Well, what was it? It's mighty hard to describe. It was the size of a full-grown man, but it had the smooth coat like a beaver or an otter, but the hair was whitish. Okay. Like the fur we found at the crime scenes. What? I only caught a brief look at it, and then it lunged at me and attacked me. It knocked me to the floor and began trying to pin me down. Fortunately, I was able to push it off and punch it in the chest. As I stood up, it lunged at me again, but I was able to land a hook on its face, and I knocked it back 2 or 3 feet. Then it scurried away into one of the giant holes in the ground. My God. So those do lead somewhere. What did you do after that? I realized that whatever I had just fought was not normal. I'd already felt a presence trailing me for a while, so I knew I was truly not safe. Then I packed up my stuff, left the note and cassettes for someone to find, and redeployed to my secret cabin. You abandoned your town, you coward! How did you do that? Sarah, calm down. Let the man speak. Let's not forget he saved our lives. Military strategy. When you do not know your enemy, it is best to redeploy to buy some time so one can analyze the situation. I knew that if I typed up my report, telling it as it happened, and then requested reinforcements, no one in Riley would have believed me. So I did what I had to do. I disappeared. Why didn't you tell Deputy Hill? Simple. I expected the boy to inform his superiors in Riley that I had gone missing, so they would assign a new sheriff. Of course, he just faked your signature and got Inspector Moore and I on the case instead. And later the FBI too, which it all went even better than I expected, theoretically. What do you mean by theoretically? My strategy was to investigate from the shadows. It's a lot easier to keep your eye on things like this when you don't have to appear in the public eye. Furthermore, I expect the pressure from the FBI to show cracks in the case and finally reveal who was behind all this. But then the FBI pulled out of the case and only left Agent West and myself. Someone with some power pulled people away from this investigation. So that's suspicious. So how was it that you were in the exact right place to save Agent Valdez and myself? I've actually been trailing you two after Agent West was murdered, which is why I also left you those convenient clues so you could follow and find out what I knew, and perhaps one of your status, Agent Valdez, as an FBI agent, was then able to go deeper into the case. I see. So when we discovered the secret lab, why didn't you reveal yourself to us so you could go inside as well? Just as you two reached the park to enter the lab, I saw a group of armed men approaching. I knew they meant to eliminate you two, so I killed them and hid their bodies. After that, I stood guard close to the secret lab in case they sent more men. Which they did at the end. Thanks for that. Just doing my duty, son. So, what did you see inside? Here, let me show you the photos I took. It's okay if I go and lie down for a while? We were up all night in that secret lab. Certainly, go ahead and use my bedroom. I just put on fresh sheets. Nap time! Oh, am I having a... Oh, I'm having a what in the heck? I'm having a dream. So I was going to be doing Indigo Prophecy, about Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy, but unfortunately my game kept crashing. And so I didn't want to spend the rest of the night trying to figure out what's up with that, so I decided I'm gonna do part 3 of this because because on the first Monday of the month we do Monty's Choice, which is where Monty gets to pick a game for me to play, and then on the third Monday I get to pick a game for her to play on her channel. She chose Silver Creek Falls. We did part 1 and part 2, and now I'm doing part 3. But yes, well, we do have an old guy, so there's that. I'm having a dream. I don't know what this dream is. There's like... Okay. Welcome, traveler. Where am I? The place is known as Espara, the home of Espars. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. Like, what the fuck is this? Known as Espara. It's the home of Espars. Oh my god. Espara? You are a seeker of truth, no? Go forth and hear the chants of the Espars. Okay. Okay. I guess this is an Espar. Touch the Espar. Yes. Everyone in the sorority died because of me. It's all my fault. I can never let this go. They will never forgive me. Espar Jim collected. What is even happening now? I was the first in my family to go to college. They were all so proud of me when I got accepted. Now what? Got another gym. So I think it's the victims. Rebecca, where are you? What happened to us? Colonel, did you hear me? Did I do my duty? I hope so. I worked so hard, took 2 jobs just to pay the bills. I could have been a doctor. I should have been a doctor. This place and the S-bars, they're so sad. Who are you? Who am I? Who am I? That's not important right now. Have I died? Am I dead? Are you an angel? Angel. It's funny. I haven't heard that term for so long. Some would call me another. Blah, blah, blah. Some would call me an angel. Others would call me a demon. I also go by the title, the Interloper, the Guardian of S-bars, or Patron of Truth. Okay. Sure. Call me Alphonse for now. I know you human enjoy calling each other by first names. Humans? What was in those apples, guys? You know what? I'm not entirely convinced she didn't pick up some mushrooms while out in the woods. Brother, I'm sorry. I should have listened. Now my blood mixes with the hot sand. Okay. I didn't ask for this, though the rural policeman didn't die. I thought rural policeman didn't die. This job was supposed to be seen. Oh, it's Deputy Hill. I don't even think Granny Smith could have saved those apples. All I wanted was to protect my country. I worked so hard and followed all the rules. They say the greatest honor for those like me is to die in the line of duty. Was it all worth it? I hope Leah will be fine now that I'm gone. I hope they don't come after her. I miss her so much. Oh, it's the mob guy. I wish I could see her beautiful smile one last time. Oh. I don't know who the soldiers are. Maybe they're the, other people. S-bars, they're the souls of those killed? Souls? Yes, I believe that's what you humans call them. The S-bars represent the voices of those who left too early. Those whose time was cut short by injustice, their voices muted. The S-bars represent their dreams, desires, and regrets, their love, their soul. I tend to them here in my garden, but it must be a seeker like you who must find their truth so they can reach fruition and be at peace. You have spent enough time here, Seeker. It is time for you to return. Farewell. Wait, I've got so many questions! I know you do. That is why I made you their Seeker. Wait, what? The sun is rising. I must go. Seeker. Wait, will I ever see you again? Oh, never! Never! Well, maybe someday. Farewell. Sorry. Quoting a little Sleeping Beauty there. Okay. So, I went on a little trip. That was interesting. Just out of curiosity. I don't have anything in my inventory. Okay, cool. Boy, that was a really neat tongue. Make words, not noises. Boy, that was a really weird dream. I need to go find Lee and Valdez. Whatever, they're gone. Good morning, Sarah. Did you sleep well? Like a baby. Thanks, Valdez. Actually, I had a weird dream, but I'm sure babies get weird dreams too. By the way, I never got your first name. Rodrigo. Named after my grandfather in high school and college, everyone called me Rod. Rod. Cool. So any news from your unit, Chief? They're going to do a major investigation into Bolt Pharmaceuticals and try to scrap up enough evidence for a case. Enough evidence? Didn't they look inside the lab? When the crew got there, the computers had been wiped blank and the rooms were clean. Damn it! I knew we should have stayed. What about the bodies? Also gone. The security must have detected the intrusion and must also have gotten suspicious after those hazmat guys didn't come back. Well, that's fantastic. They cleaned up real quick. This stinks. We should have stayed. No, I think Lee made the right call. I think they sent a larger force. They must have sent a larger force, and we would have been outmanned and outgunned. I don't know about you, but I'm more of an investigation specialist, not much of a fighter. I can shoot, but I'm not a seasoned veteran like Lee. It did to Sheath. The game absolutely refused to work. After I restarted the computer, it crashed 3 more times. So I decided to do part 3 of Silver Creek Falls so that I'm at least streaming and not just, constantly fighting with the game. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with it. And it makes me really, really mad because I legitimately want to play that game. I am invested. I want to know what the heck Odin wants to do with Lucas. I'm just assuming it's Odin. That's my theory. That there's gods involved. But you just missed the trippy dream that the character here had. I fired my weapon a few times when I was a Massachusetts State Trooper, but you're right. We were in a bad position to fight. On that subject, where is Lee? My unit chief wanted me to bring in Lee so he could answer a few questions. I told Lee, and he said he'd much rather not, as he's enjoying his newfound anonymity. Besides, a strong old soldier like Lee, are you kidding me? How can I bring him in? I'm gonna tell my unit chief that he slipped away in the night. Fair enough. What really happened? The man saved my life. I respect him way too much to ask him to come in. This morning, he and I had breakfast, and he left soon after. I agreed to cover for him. We shook hands, and he went on his way. Who knows what adventure lies next for him? What about us? Are we going back to the lab to investigate more? Unfortunately, I've been taken off the case. I've been moved to another one. They want me to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to look into this old Clyde character. They want me to see if he has any relation to the case in Walleye Head. What about me? I'm sorry, Sarah, but since I'm off the case, that means you're off the case too. I'm flying to Oklahoma tonight. We can go to the airport together. I've been instructed to buy your ticket back to Virginia. This really stinks. I can't believe you're just fine to be taken off the case. It happens more often than you think. You have to remember that it was Agent West who was the senior agent, not me. They want to put someone more experienced on it. I'm sorry, Sarah. I guess I have no choice. Shall we go to the car? Yeah, security detail is going to meet us at the convenience store. They should be there by now. I am going to hit save because saving is important. Let's go back to the car. Let's go to the car. Gonna go vroom vroom vroom. Well, There's the security detail. Thanks for walking me to my car. What? I wasn't born yesterday. I know you still want to stay on this case and finish it. I know flying to Virginia isn't going to stop you working on this case. Lee gave me this note to give to you. It's for your eyes only. Open it later. It will tell you where you can find him. There's still work to be done. Valdez, I don't know what to say. I'll see you around, Sarah. Any national barbecue or pizza related competition, you know I'm there. Goodbye, Special Agent Valdez. Take care, Detective Fitzgerald. Oh, he put on his glasses. Letter from Lee added to inventory. So he's basically saying, go get him, champ. Okay. Let's read the letter. Due east of the convenience store, there's a small village by the lake. There's more work to do. Find me there. L. Davis. Okay. Okay. I better find Lee. Let me check the note. Okay. I guess this is east. Alright. I hope this is the right direction. I'm very directionally challenged, guys, and I don't have a GPS. But this looks like a village anyway. Old Seahorse Seafood Restaurant. Okay. Boyd Brothers Boat Rentals. Bud's Bait and Tackle. Chester's Hunting and Fishing Gear. Schwartz Fisheries. Oh. Okay. Where are you, Lee? It is, isn't it? Okay, are you this way? There he is. Found him. Detective Fitzgerald, I see you received my note. Special Agent Valdez gave it to me. He told me about you and the FBI. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I was sneezing. Hang on. Apparently, I had one more. Special Agent Valdez gave it to me. He told me about you and the FBI. It's a shame he was moved to another case. Uh-oh. Okay, I think I'm done sneezing. just had to mute the mic because I sneezed pretty loud. Valdez is a good man. I don't blame him for taking the easy way out. What's that supposed to mean? Don't you understand what's happening? A very powerful person was about to be exposed by his investigation and decided to pull strings to have him reassigned. Bolt? Perhaps, or maybe someone even more powerful. Is Valdez in danger? Should we warn him? You saw what happened to Agent West. He'll be fine. Valdez is a smart man. He knows how the game goes. The game? Valdez is a good agent, but more importantly, he's a good tin soldier. He takes orders from above without question. Look at his transfer to get to this other case in his example. He didn't fight his unit chief on it at all. He was happy for the case to be handed to someone else. He knows as long as he does that, he'll never be in any real danger. Besides, he has a whole wide network of contacts of his own. He knows if he's wanted and what to do to no longer be wanted. For example, look at this silly little mission they've sent him on. They sent him to Tulsa to follow a lead on 2 missing village fisher packers from North Carolina? An FBI agent on a missing persons case? Are you kidding me? Well, I mean, there are FBI agents that do look into a missing persons case, but okay. They'll fly him all the way to Oklahoma, put him in a hotel for 3 days, and even cover his food, all for a case that'll never be solved thanks to his trip there. If it wasn't a misuse of Bureau money, then I don't know what is. So Valdez will be fine. I'll put it this way. The copious amounts of barbecue and pizza that boy consumes is a greater risk to his life than any of the scenarios you're imagining. I can believe that. So, what's our next step concerning the case? As you heard, the computers at the secret lab were wiped clean before the new FBI agents got there. So, we don't have enough evidence to make a compelling case anymore. How about the photos Valdez and I took? You mean the photos you two took after illegally breaking into a private facility? Yeah, both lawyers will shed that up in 2 seconds. We need those files to make a convincing case, so we can finally see justice for all those victims. Any ideas? As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I have an informant who I have doing some undercover recon. She has yielded some highly useful information. As a matter of fact, you have met her before. Really? Who is it? I bet it's Sky Davis. Sky Davidson. She came to me thirsty for justice after what had been done to her friend, Rebecca Olson. She told me we ought to meet her at her secret hideout today, as she has some very important information for us. Where's her secret hideout? It's an old abandoned house northwest of this lake. Let's go. We have to meet her before noon. With me. Okay. It's just up there at the end of the path. It's a nice old house from the 50s. Sky found it a couple of weeks ago, and we use it to discuss the case. Uh-oh. That's not good. Lee! Look at all that broken glass and blood. Does this house always look like that? Not at all. Damn it, Sky! Sky, where are you? We need to go in. Objective, find Sky. Is the furniture normally thrown around like that? No, not at all. Sky and I fixed this place up so she could stay here a while. Clearly something was happening. We need to find Sky. I hear some noises. I'm gonna go see if someone's out back. Can you check to see if there's anyone in the living room, in the front? Isn't it a bad idea to split up? Walk quietly and check your corners. If you see anyone, do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. Find me and I'll handle it. Okay, I'd like to minimize the use of my firearm anyway, especially since I'm, strictly speaking, not on the job. Okay, check your corners. Okay. I'm gonna check the cabinet. Nothing in here. Is she in the refrigerator? Okay. Alright, let's see if we can find her. Uh-oh. There's a few thugs there. Damn it, there's too many of them. I'll turn around and find Lee, see what he thinks I should do. Uh-oh. What in the... Oh. Hi, Lee. Lee, how did you... There were so many of them. I'm an army ranger with over 30 years of experience. Those are just punks trying to be tough with their guns. They're all dead. I take it you had no choice. We need to find Sky. I actually do want to play To the Moon at some point. I think I'm getting to a point where it might be something I can consider, like from an emotional standpoint. Oh no. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. No, Sky! Lee, I'm so sorry. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He leadeth me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me down the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalms 31. That was beautiful. Is it from the Bible? Yes, it is. ... How many must die? How many to keep this corporation's evil secrets? All those students, Deputy Hill, Agent West, and now Sky. I swear that I shall avenge all these awful deaths. I swear it. Her body is full of gunshot wounds and bullets. We should bring her to... We haven't the time, damn it. Lee, I'm so sorry, Sky. I should never have let you get involved. Why did you? She kept coming to me with more and more information. She would investigate and infiltrate. It's all thanks to her I was able to find out about Professor Conway and Bolt Pharmaceuticals. She was adamant and zealous. She would stop at nothing to see justice be done for her fallen friends. I kept telling her not to go any deeper, but I couldn't stop her. She would track me down and found my secret cabin. I really judged her wrong. So, a game you've heard resonates with a lot of people is called Spiritfarer. That sounds fun. I really judged her wrong. Sky, you really put up one hell of a fight. I'm proud of you. Don't worry, Sky. I'll be back, and I'll give you a proper burial. What about her family? She had none. She was an orphan. Her friends in college were all she had. You must have been like a father figure. I guess. Oh, look, she has a key on her. It must lead to something. It's a cozy... Spiritfarer is a cozy management game about dying. As a ferry master to the deceased, you build a boat to explore the world, care for your spirit friends, and release them into the afterlife. Oh, that sounds sweet. Well, I've hit like the 7-year mark. Not the 7-year, the 7-month mark since I lost my dad, and I'm in a better place, like, mentally than I was, you know. I mean, grief still hits me and I still miss him, but I do feel like as far as games involving death and stuff like that, I feel like I'm in a better mindset to try to play something like that than I was back in July, you know? She has a key on her. It must lead to something. Let's go downstairs and find out what. Key added to the inventory. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can find anything. There must be something that has the key. Honks. Okay. Let's see here. Dante, you good? You good? Dante is in here acting like a spaz, Monty. Should I give her your little pickle buzz? Silly cat. Okay. Anyway, guys. Yeah, I don't know where his like little pickle that he likes to play with sometimes is. It's a catnip pickle. Alright, let's see if we can find... Very dusty old pots and pans. Oh, baby, did you find a Q-tip? He found a Q-tip. That is just the greatest thing that has ever existed. That would be correct. This house has been abandoned for nearly 50 years. A letter from Sky. Oh, there's... Looks like they've been tailing me. They found my hiding spot and have surrounded the house. I've been able to fight them off with the revolver and shotgun you gave me, but I think they've worked out that I'm alone. I can hear them planning to rush me. I won't go down easy. I plan to take a few of them down with me. I'm sorry I couldn't be there at the end. Oh, that's so sad. I've been tailing Bolt Pharmaceuticals' head of security. It seems they change the password to the mainframe every day. Every morning, a riddle is delivered to a secret mailbox at his house. If you can find the answer, it unlocks a 4-digit PIN that gives you access to all the company files. Use this information well. It seems as though it has cost me my life. See that justice is done for me and my friends that have fallen. Sky Davidson. Aw, poor Sky. Okay. I'm gonna try to leave and see what happens. Head back to the car. It's not telling me not to. Okay, maybe I guess I'm not done looking around. I can't get back in the truck. Okay. Binks is just staring at Dante from the other side of my door, going like, dude, you good? Okay. We're gonna check the room. We have no time for this. We need to get to the head of security's house. Well, I tried to get in the car. You wouldn't go. Do I do it from this side? Nope. Okay. Dante, behave. I know you are in a playful mood, but could you not square up to Binks like that, please? Hey, Cosmos! Thanks for the raid! What's up? Okay. Hey. Okay, wait. Hey, Noodle! Okay, you don't want my toes. My toes are hairy. Okay, but you won't let me in the car. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Why won't you just let me drive in the car and go with the boom boom? Oh, finally! Lets me in the car. Thank you. Head of Securities resident, Hawthorne County, North Carolina. Ugh, it's gonna be a... They're playing with each other through the door. Okay. I think that's the security box Sky mentioned in her notes. I'm guessing the head of security has the only key to it. Let's look around. We might find another way to open it. The hell? Sorry? You told me to look around. Okay. Your friend was at school today after like a week. The flashlight in there might be useful. We need to find a way past this fence first. Okay, rude. Let's go look around, because I want that flashlight. You never know when a flashlight might come in handy. It seems a lot is out in this room. I don't think it's mighty wise to enter if we don't have a clear visual. there's a flashlight right there, but you won't let me grab it. Okay, I'm gonna have to find some other way. That's fine. It's locked. Okay. Now Ollie has come and stuck his head in and is like, what is going on in here? A flashlight. We'll need to find a way past this fence. Okay. Oh, okay. Is there a back way in? Nope. What do you want from me? Okay. Is it... Also, I'm gonna hit save, because that's important. Nope. Okay. What do you want from me? Click on everything. It looks like a pair of bolt... See, I tried to click on that. They're broken, though. The screw in the middle is missing. These will be useful. Let's try to fix them. Bolt cutters added to inventory. Okay. I'm like, there's gotta be something I'm missing. We need something to... Okay. What do you want from me? I clicky on everything. Okay, what do I have? Something to bind these broken parts. No shit. Okay, do we have anything, like, you're a well-prepared man. Do you have anything in the car? Okay. What do you want from me? Okay, we're gonna see if... I've got to be missing something. Why? What do you want me to do? There's nothing I can click on. We need something to bind the broken parts. But where? Where, Sarah Fitzgerald? Where? I need... Okay. How about some tall grass? Make some twine? Something? I don't know what you want from me. Do you have something in the back of your truck? Because, like, I would think you would have something in your truck. Okay, but seriously, what do you want from me? I can't go in the house. I have broken bolt cutters. I need to find something to put them to bind them with. Okay, that flower pot is just randomly there. Oh, there's a key underneath the flower pot. Okay. Key under the flower pot. What an amateur move. Okay. Okay. I knew there had to be something freaking somewhere. Alright. We got a key. Why put a locker there if there's nothing there? Okay. It's gonna open the other door. Let's try the key we found! Yay! Oh, okay. Look, I found a screw. I knew I was missing something! Oh, a very small light bulb. Very useful. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Let's have a go at fixing the bolt cutters. The screw we found worked. Whoop whoop, we got bolt cutters now, guys. Yay, and we have a tiny light bulb. Probably because the flashlight will need a light bulb. Conveniently, we found both. Have you calmed down, baby? Yeah, are you done being a silly goose? Alright. Hole cut with bolt cutters. Damn it, the bulb on the flashlight is burnt out. Does nothing work possibly? See? 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 Hey, this bulb fit the flashlight. Well done, Sarah. Yay, we now have a flashlight. Whoop whoop. Okay, and I'm gonna hit save. Now we'll go into the dark room. Let's go in. We did it, guys. We did it. Okay. Look, a crowbar. We can use this to pry the box open. You know, years ago, Monty and I actually got the RPG Maker. And we were working on a game. We never were able to finish it because we got the updated version of RPG Maker and just transferring everything we did. But one of my absolute favorite things was a guard that we were working on. And so it was like this forest. It was called Forest of Forgotten Memories. And basically you could go into the forest, leave an offering, and it would make you forget bad memories. It would make you forget things. And then there's a town at the edge of the forest. And the main character was a hero, she had been someone who had been involved in some kind of bad stuff. Think like a, you know, kind of a Xena-ish character. But she was, you know, wound up getting really deeply involved in some stuff. And she was gonna leave. Anyway, she shows up into the town and, you have to go through, like, you play hide and seek with some kids, and then, so you get to this guard, and the guard is like, you have to get a ring from the guard that belongs to somebody else who's lost their ring. So the guard is just like, oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, so you have to go make the guard a sandwich, right? We were so proud of this because we figured out how to, like, do all of the little interactive stuff. And I'm particularly proud because this was, you know, we figured this one out. And so when you get there, you click on the guard and he's like, oh, I'm so hungry. So you quite literally have the option of giving the guard the sandwich and continuing on. Or you can eat the sandwich in front of the guard and he'll throw you in jail, and it was an ending. Like, it ended the entire game. Because you just ended up in this town jail because you're a sandwich thief. Oh. That was so many hours that we put into that. We actually had, like, several levels and a whole bunch of other things. Monty figured out time, but when we got the new version, it just trying to rebuild it and redo it was just so tedious. And then our computer lost it, and so we don't have it anymore, and it's very, very sad. There we go. Nothing like using a crowbar to solve your problems. Somehow I thought we would do it in a somewhat clever old fashion, but I guess this works. Go ahead, read the note. It says, March to the Sea. Sounds familiar, but I can't quite remember. We could go to the Hawthorne County Library and try to do some research there, but if they think we can already work out the 4-number pin, when we shouldn't waste our time. Shit. March to the Sea. That... Is that General Lee? Who was that? That was... It was it was the Civil War. No, it was, General Sherman. He went from Atlanta to Savannah. He was marching to the sea. I don't know. Maybe it's the year? Maybe it's... So, that was in 1864. Maybe that was it. But I'm gonna go to the library and see if I can find out, but I think that's what, guys, my useless knowledge about the Civil War, man, okay. That's the only thing, unless it's connected to a book or something, but that's the only, like, March to the Sea, was Sherman's March to the Sea that I remember. I also grew up watching Gone with the Wind, and that's one of the things they talk about. You know, but, Gone with the Wind was one of my mom's favorite movies. She had a lot of favorite movies. Let's head straight to the library and see what we can work out. Am I gonna have to give you apples? I'm, like, fairly certain, but... Oh, hello. Welcome to Hawthorne County Library. Can I help you? Hi, we're doing some research, and I came across a rather unusual phrase. I was wondering if you could help us. Sounds like fun. Sure, why not? I'm thinking the code is 1864. I'm thinking that's what it is, but I'm going to do my due diligence. Does the phrase March to the Sea ring any bells? Let me think. I think it has something to do with the Civil War. Ha! Called it! Military history can be found upstairs to my left. Thanks a lot. Left. Wait, your left or my left? Okay. Is that her left or is that her right? Yeah, that's her left. On war. Patton, Eisenhower, and Bradley. Alexander the Great. Gettysburg. Napoleon's generals. Nope. Okay, Glory of Rome. At least I did actually go the right way. Look at that, Monty. Did you see that? Did you see that? I figured out which way was her left. Frederick the Great. Star Wars. Who the hell put this here? Sherman's March to the Sea, 1864. Yes, I did it. I remembered that. I could have actually had said no. I could have said yes, I got it, and it would have been right, but I just wanted to be, like, doubly sure. Because it could have been from a book or something. 1864, that's the pin. I hope you have a good memory. Please, you know what? Just because they do make a good point, ignore this, Monty. 1864. Okay, ignore the text, Monty. I just want to make sure I remember it. All I know is back in my day, we took notes on paper. Alright, it's easy, I won't forget. Fine, just don't come crying to me when you forget the number when we get there. I won't. I won't. Yay! My endless research onto history and stuff like that. I hope you were able to find what you were looking for. Came in handy. I'm so excited. All right. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to get back in this damn car. Oh, wait, nope, we're already there. Cool. Here we go. Okay. Pin accepted! Woo! Oh, look. Mr. Burke. Loading. Error detected. What the? Manual override requested. Shit. Manual override instructions. Bolt Pharmaceutical. Manual override instructions added to inventory. Convenient. Okay. Gonna hit save. Athena, Demeter, Poseidon, Zeus? Turns the page. Okay. This is some bullshit right there, I tell you what. Excuse me. It's camera time. Athena. Demeter. Okay. Poseidon. And Zeus. Excuse me? I was not done with that. I want Zeus. Okay, thank you. Okay. Make sure I got good pictures of those. Alright. Athena, Demeter, Poseidon, and Zeus. I don't know what that means, but we got pictures of it. Alright. Okay. Hang on, I think it switches. I need to make sure I know which one I am at first. I think it switches. Athena. Okay. So okay, this one is red. This one should be green. Okay, you're green. You're red. You should be green. And the one next to it on this side is also green. That's just some kind of bullshit, guys, I tell you what. Alright, and that's green. And then go up more. Right. And then up to the second row. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, hold up. Okay. You should be blue. 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 And you are red. This one should be green. Guys, it's always an amazing idea to take pictures of these things. Very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. Alright, and then you are blue. Self-learning protocols overridden. Oh, no thank you. No thank you. Hey, Primmy. Okay. Okay. So we got Athena done. Now we gotta go do Demeter. Hey! Long time no see! Okay. Demeter? Okay. Okay. So when you walk in... Oh, we're doing pretty good. Oh dear. But which direction are you from? Okay, let's try to find out where the little dots are, and we'll work our way from there. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Can't complain too much. Okay. Okay, so you are blue, 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 and blue. And then I know which direction to start from. Found those first, so I'm not just like running blind and messing this up. Okay. And oh yeah, which anime, Primmy? Alright, so you are green. You are red. You are green. You're red. And this one up here is green. Okay, now we gotta do the other row. Maybe should have done that one first, but it's fine. That would have made more sense because that was where the exit was. But that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Alright. You're red. You're green. You're red. You're red. And you are green. Harvesting protocol overridden. Okay. You've been watching a lot of Shibuyugi. It's kind of like Squid Games and Saw. Ooh. Okay. That's a very interesting combination for it to be like. I'll have to look that one up or later. That sounds interesting. Alright, so that's Demeter done. Now on to Poseidon. Oh, Zeus. So this is Zeus. So we're doing Zeus first. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to find Poseidon. But we're doing Zeus first. Okay, so. Blue. 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 Red, red, blue, and blue. Green. Red. Green. Okay. And then okay, then we gotta do the bottom row. Okay. So red, 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 green, green. Power protocol's overridden. Okay. And then I gotta find where Poseidon is. Maybe Poseidon is back downstairs? Yes. Okay. Poseidon. So it's kind of a puzzly, investigative, adventure kind of game. So basically it starts with you are a detective. The girl detective is sent to a little town called Silver Creek Falls, where there have been several disappearances. Like 5 co-ed girls have gone missing and one of their boyfriends. There's like 3 different crime scenes, and then the sheriff went missing. And you're being led around the town by by the deputy, who's like, I've only been a deputy for like 3 months. He then gets murdered. And so basically, by part 2, you are kind of found out that, there is some sort of human experimentation going on, and that all of the missing people are involved in that. And then, at the end of part 2, you uncover the secret lab, and then this guy following behind me is the sheriff that went missing. He's been investigating it from behind the background. You teamed up with an FBI agent, and he saved both of you, and then the sheriff does. So now I'm investigating further with the sheriff. So yeah, you can still catch part 1 and part 2 on my channel, and then I'm gonna upload it to YouTube too. Okay, go all. Okay. You are. All right. Cool. You are the first row. Gotcha. It is very interesting. I'm not even gonna lie. I've kind of enjoyed it. So, Monty and I do this thing called Monty Missy's Choice, which basically, the other gets... So basically, for Missy's Choice, I pick a game for Monty to play on her channel. Yeah, they're in the same stream that was on Monday. That was, on Monday. So so like every other Monday, you do Monty and Missy's Choice. So this week was Monty's Choice, so she picked this game for me to play. Okay, you are blue. Yeah, I recommend checking it out so that you're not completely lost, but I did give a decent synopsis, I think. I mean, I left out a lot, but... Okay, blue. Okay, and then we'll go do the bottom row. Yeah, part 1 and part 2 were in the same stream because they were kind of shorter. Okay. You are green. Red. Green. Red. Green. Okay. Okay. And then red, green, and green. Water wheel protocols. Nice. That should do it. Let's go back to the computer. Whoop whoop! Yay! Woo! iPhone pictures for the win! Take screenshots, guys. Take a picture of it. It's a great way to solve puzzles instead of having to constantly look it up, you know? Down the stairs. The text appears on the screen. Meet me at the Lonely Pines Lake Resort. Lakeside Resort, F. Bolt. Is that it? That, I did all of that? Okay, to find out the next location. Lonely Pines Lakeside Resort, Lake Waccamaw, Columbus County, North Carolina. I don't know if I pronounced that right or not. Welcome to the Lonely Pines Lakeside Resort. How can I help you? We're here to see Franklin Bolt. Oh, wonderful. Mr. Bolt's been expecting you. He's in the cigar room on the door to the left. We'll lead you there. The door on the left. Wait. Left. He didn't say his left. Alright, Mr. Bolt. What's your deal, sir? Ah, Detective Fitzgerald. Colonel Davis, you're right on time. Right on time? You were expecting us? Of course. Actually, I was expecting you a lot sooner, but oh well. Do you know what we're here for? Oh yes, you're here to interrogate me, then arrest me. Wait, how do you know that? Detective, Colonel, please have a seat, and I'll explain everything. This is highly irregularly. He is unarmed and doesn't appear to be trying to escape. Escape? Why would I? It's been so much of an effort getting you here. Getting us here? Yes, I've had to leave quite the trail of breadcrumbs, just so you would investigate the matter and see everything for what it is, and eventually make your way to me. I know, from what it looks like, I'm the big bad villain of this story, but perhaps if you could listen for a while, you might realize it's not at all black and white. Villains rarely... He's gonna villain monologue, guys. He's gonna villain monologue. Villains rarely start as villains, Miss Fitzgerald. More often than not, they start out thinking that what they do is somehow improving the world. Then along the way, bad decisions are made with the best of intentions, but more often with the worst logic behind them. I realized one day that I was no longer the hero of the story, and I realized that what was being done wasn't improving the world. You say I'm the bad guy? Then fine, I'm the bad guy. Get to the point, Bolt. You see, it all started in the early 2000s. At the time, I was a young investment banker on Wall Street, making my first millions, and my younger brother had just finished college. I insisted he join me in New York. I wanted to take him under my wing and teach him how to make money. Initially, he seemed interested, and then 9/11 happened. Wow. We're bringing up 9/11 in a video game, guys. Okay. Then 9/11 happened, and all my brother could talk about was joining up, bringing the war to them. He joined the U.S. Army and was commissioned as a lieutenant. Then the U.S. declared war on Iraq, and my brother's unit was one of the first to go into action, 3rd Ranger Battalion. Wait, that's my unit. Bolt, Bolt, Bolt. Oh, is it all coming back to you, Colonel Davis? Your brother was Lieutenant Logan Bolt. So you know how the story goes then. Yes, it was 2004, right after the Iraqi insurgents killed those contractors in Fallujah. Lieutenant Bolt was second in command of a small platoon of the recon mission. His unit was spotted and ambushed, but they fought hard and were able to break through the ambush and escape through a narrow back street. Once the surviving platoon members made it back through the back street, Lieutenant Bolt noticed the insurgents were hot on their trail. He stayed back and took advantage of the bottleneck in the street to hold off the insurgents. He successfully brought them enough time for his platoon to escape, but paid the ultimate price. Your brother was a true hero. I'm sorry I couldn't make it to the funeral. He'll get to the point, eventually. I know. You were the one that signed his letter of condolence. Anyway, as you can imagine, the news devastated me. Here I was, a successful businessman in the toughest city in the world, making it big, and I thought I was untouchable, but this happened, and it destroyed me. I flew to Wichita Falls to pick up my brother's body, and whom do I meet? A young biochemist by the name of Lars Conway, whose brother served in the same unit as mine, and also shared in the same tragic fate. He spoke bitterly about how the U.S. government was choosing not to invest in his research, and how if he had things his way, this tragedy wouldn't have happened. Thank you.
I could find more chips. Is this okay?
I don't think this will work.
Well, I drained all your...
Okay. Thank you. It'll be okay. Thank you. She brought me soup, guys. Monty brought me soup. Alright. Let's set that over there. That's true. This tragedy wouldn't have happened. You're eating hot dogs. Conway was of the belief that his research in biochemistry could lead to genetic... what did I say in the last one, guys? They want to make super soldiers. I also thought it was aliens, to be fair, because this whole thing was just... Conway was of the belief that his research in biochemistry could lead to genetically enhanced super soldiers that could serve as the bulk of the infantry for the more grueling missions. He believed that the government was all too happy to sacrifice the lives of its young soldiers to serve their own needs. Swayed by the tragedy of my brother's passing and by the fire in Conway's eyes, I was convinced to set up our own private corporation that would research a way to make these super soldiers so that no one else would have to know the grief we knew. Yeah, all because his brother died. We created a pharmaceutical corporation, and Conway agreed to develop money-making pharmaceuticals to help generate income for the company. In turn, I would help the company to success and would divert 30% of all revenue towards his research projects. It all started out rather well, and for the first 3 years, we made a lot of money, and Conway was making leaps and bounds in his research. Then, the financial crisis of 2008. Let's just list everything that millennials went through in the early 2000s. Then the financial crisis hit in 2008. I mean, everybody kind of went through it, but I mean, like, I'm talking about it from a millennial perspective. And the company began losing money. Anyway, with the company in such dire straits, we looked into selling shares to other corporations. COVID? I don't think we quite get to COVID because this was made in, like, 2015. So, like, 5 years before COVID. But you know what? They might be blamed for COVID for all I know. We had to look into selling shares to other corporations to stay alive. Unfortunately, we had no serious bids. And it looked like we were going to have to file bankruptcy. Then Conway, the mob, found this investor out of nowhere, a certain Matteo Spinola. The head of the Spinola family. Exactly. So I took it as a sign to leave, and I sold all my shares to Matteo Spinola, and I resigned as CEO of Bolt Pharmaceuticals. But it doesn't end there, does it? If only it did. A year after operating under Spinola control, the company is yet again on the verge of bankruptcy, and I get a call from Conway pleading that I return as CEO and bring the company back, and in return, keep his research alive. So I went back. Why? You must remember that I created this company and ran it for 5 years. I knew a lot of people that worked there, and in this economic climate, they would be hard-pressed to find other work. So I went back, and when I returned, I saw the corporation had changed. Matteo Spinola had approved a certain type of research program that I had vehemently opposed during my tenure as CEO, and Conway was all too glad to cooperate. Initially, I wanted to blow the whistle. I teamed up with one of Spinola's hedge fund managers, the guy that died, the one with the wife. Connor Friedman. Unfortunately, Spinola's men got to him and killed him. And I realized that Matteo Spinola was too powerful and knew too many influential people, and that no one would believe my claims about him. After all, why would I destroy the very company I birthed? Sir, you started a company. You did not give birth to it. Everyone would be convinced I was a fool and a madman. No one would believe me. I had to get a detective untainted by his tentacles of corruption. So I made a call to the High Commissioner and had him pass down the case to you guys. So you were involved in the disappearance of the college kids. No, Spinola and Conway were behind that too. They needed young and healthy test subjects to test the new serum on. Those college students were just lab rats. Conway knew Rebecca Olson and her boyfriend used recreational drugs. Drugs. So he swapped their supply with samples of his new serum that he made look like drugs they were taking. He knew she would share the drugs with her sorority and was observing at the time. When the drugs had their adverse effect, he went in, using a copy of her key that he had, and planted evidence to make it look like a murder. Why would he target a group of football players instead? Wouldn't they have more similar to soldiers in terms of physical type? The serum worked very poorly in conjunction with performance-enhancing drugs. Conway needed cleaner, healthier subjects, and since those girls were doing modeling work, he assumed they were generally ate healthy and exercised regularly. Look, you don't seem like a bad guy, but I can't help but suspect your motives for revealing all of this. Also, if you were trying to feed us information, then explain the men in the hazmat suits that were intending to kill Detective Fitzgerald and Agent Valdez. Spinola's men! Ever since the immoral experimentation program began, Matteo Spinola's placed armed guards on all the research labs. When I saw Detective Fitzgerald and Agent Valdez leave my company's HQ, I sent a false order to the guards to remove them for the night. Unfortunately, I didn't think they'd take so long in there and didn't account for the morning guards. Wait, you saw us leave and come in? Didn't you wonder why no one stopped you? Besides, whom do you think conveniently sent those letters to Conway, knowing he was out on a speaking tour? I see. Take this flash drive. Inside are all the documented cases for all the illegal experiments that Conway has been running. There are videos, photos, the whole stinking lot, and all this you'll be able to put Spinola and Conway behind bars and shut down Bolt Pharmaceuticals once and for all. What's in it for you? You're being very generous with all this information. I'm suspicious. Why are you so keen to betray your friend Conway? Yes. Conway and I were once friends. But now I see him for the monster he truly is. With the fact that he would stoop to dealing with the likes of Spinola. It disgusts me, Colonel. A man reaches a point where he can no longer lie to himself when he knows that he cannot tolerate the injustice he sees. In his very own eyes. The moment has come for me. If my brother were alive today, he would agree with this course of action. Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Bolt, but Inspector Walsingham has arrived. Just in time. Let him in. Certainly, sir. Oh! It's our guy. Looks like I arrived just in time. Phila! Phil, what are you doing here? Phil, I thought you were Inspector Mark Walsingham of M16. What? Sarah, I will explain everything to you in due time, but right now, we have to get out of here. What are you talking about? Mr. Bolt, my contact in Munich has just informed me that he and his men have successfully arrested Professor Lars Conway as he was giving a talk at the Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich. Thank God this madness will kindly come to an end. Unfortunately, Matteo Spinola has caught wind of our plans and is sending men over to kill you as we speak. We must leave now. Okay then, Ferguson, my car! I mean, you're not wrong. He could have gone to the FBI, but, like, I don't know. He had to go this way. It's fine. Actually, we can't leave from the front. Spinola's men will be coming through there. There's a rear exit into the lakeside area right behind me. Excellent. Let's go. We'll be sitting ducks in such an open area. I say we dig in and fight from here. That won't be necessary. I've stationed 2 of my people outside. We'll be covered. 2 men? That's it? Are you nuts? Spinola is gonna send in at least 20. Please, don't underestimate my people. They'll have no problem making mincemeat out of Spinola's thugs. Besides, they brought along their big toys. I'll go outside and help your men fight them off. Thank you ever so much, Colonel. I know that your special abilities, 20 men, hardly constitute a challenge. For that reason, I prefer to have you with us in case we encounter an unpleasant surprise. Unpleasant surprise, huh? I sure do love how you British love to underestimate things. Oh, come on, let's go. Okay. I'm enjoying doing all the different accents. I'm gonna drop a save. I don't actually know how long this is. But I might leave this off here. Just because it's almost 2 o'clock. And, that's typically my cutoff time. So, I will pick this back up. I will probably pick this back up on, because I don't know. You think I'm almost done? You think I should just keep going? Okay, never mind, guys. Monty says I'm almost done. Okay. I really would hate to be like, I got 5 more minutes of the game. But my food's cold. Monty, can you come heat my food up, please? Like, the chicken got real cold. Okay. We're gonna keep going. You know what? I'll just heat it up later. It's fine. Okay, we're far enough away. Just keep your eyes peeled. My squad should be around soon. Okay, Phil or Mark, whatever your real name is, you have some explaining to do. Look, Sarah, I know this all looks really bad, but we just know that I had no choice. As you also weren't supposed to be here, there was confusion as my FBI liaison was killed and his goofy associate took things into his own hands. What? You were working with the Agent West this whole time? Also, don't talk about Valdez that way. I'm sorry, Sarah. It's just all gone crazy. Look, we need to know for now is that my real name is Mark Walsingham, and that I'm M16. British intelligence. Yes, we've been following this case for a while, and when all this came up, we had to act quickly. I flew to Silver Creek Falls under the guise of a transferred Scotland Yard inspector to take a look at things before coordinating with the FBI and assembling my team. I'm so sorry for having deceived you, Sarah. I have 30 minutes left? Okay. I just had to be very careful, and I couldn't risk being discovered. I'm happy that you're okay. Pardon my French. But what in the hell are you Brits doing here? How does this involve you? I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss that, as I suspected. So what's going to happen to Franklin Bolt? I'll be taking him into custody. We need him to testify against Spinola and Conway, among other things. Like what? Again, I'm not at liberty to discuss this. Well, I guess I'm taking him into custody. He's related to the crimes in Silver Creek Falls. He's mine. I have more jurisdiction here than you do. I am so sorry, Sarah. This really should never have come to this. Ferguson? Ferguson, what's the meaning of this? Terribly sorry, sir. It's been a pleasure serving you, but my loyalty is first and foremost to my queen. May she rest in peace. What the hell is going on? Stand down, Fitzgerald. It's not worth it. So if it's gonna be like 30 more minutes, can you like come heat up my food? Because it got really cold. Please. Thank you. I love you. I see you've started the party without me. Just in time, Sam. Did you wrap up everything? It was easy. After we finished killing them, we threw the bodies into the resort and set it on fire. Good job. All good here? Any trouble? None at all. Ferguson, please escort Mr. Bolt into the car. Right away, Captain. Had I known Ferguson was British, I'd have played him as British. But okay. I'm so sorry, Sarah. I do hope to be able to explain everything to you one day. Y'all are abandoning us? You're just abandoning us. Where did my spoon go? Oh. Damn it! Come back! Come on, Lee, let's get back to the car and pursue them. Let's leave it here, Sarah. What? I can't believe you. I'm gonna head back to Barry Sky. I'd appreciate some help, but if you'd like to go and pursue them, that's fine. But Ollie, stay away from my soup. Sorry. Cat was like, ooh, food for me? I'm gonna head back to Barry Sky. I'd appreciate some help, but if you'd like to go and pursue them, it's fine. I don't understand. Why didn't you do anything? I'm sick and tired of death and killing. Also, we are not in control of this situation. We are outmanned and outgunned. I guess. I'm going now. Have a safe trip back to Virginia, Detective. Lee, wait! ... I'll help you bury Sky. Sarah Fitzgerald's apartment, Norfolk, Virginia. Oh, he drove her back. Thanks for driving me home. You okay? Not really. This whole thing has left a really bad taste in my mouth. I know. I feel the same. Thank you for helping me bury Sky, and I appreciate the kind words you said for her. Don't worry about it. You're a rare gem, Sarah. Your conviction to truth and justice makes you a truly incredible detective and police officer. You're just trying to make me feel better. You know, I don't mince my words. Thanks. Then I just wish I could have gone deeper and done more. Diving into murky waters on the criminal world is not something one does casually. You never come out truly clean, and you rarely lose a piece of yourself as you enter. The digger you dig, the more solid things get, and before you know it, you are swimming in a pool of dirt, brass, and blood, all in the name of justice. But to uncover the truth, isn't it all this sacrifice the price? But is it worth it? Look how many perished in the pursuit of truth, and at the end, how much did we achieve? At the end, we were not but puppets of another man's bigger game. So, I mean, Mark, within his mentions and plans, I doubt we were more than pawns with bigger players like the High Commissioner and Franklin Bolt, playing as the Rook and Bishop. It's all a bit depressing, isn't it? My apologies, I didn't mean to discourage you. Always fight for truth and justice, no matter what level of law you are in. All I say is that raising the ranks in law enforcement comes at a high personal cost. I can see you've had a lot of experience. Army, police, it's different but similar in many ways. Here, I thought I'd live out a peaceful life in such a small town that I guess I was wrong. Panama, Somalia, Afghanistan, Iraq, and now this. I'm so tired of it all. So what's next for you? I think I'll go travel around the country. It's about time I see more of this beautiful country that... Did you find your pickle? You found your pickle. I think I'll go travel around the country. It's about time I see more of this beautiful country that I and so many of my compatriots died for. For your own safety, I'll keep my exact travel plans to myself. I can get behind that. Thanks. How about you? I'll take tomorrow off and head back into work the next day. Keep doing my bit to keep this country safe. Maybe I'll hear from Mark one day. He did promise he explained everything to me one day. I wouldn't hold my breath for that. I'll be going now. Wait, what did Mark mean by special abilities? Well, I'll do you a bigger favor by not telling you. Goodbye, Detective Fitzgerald. Goodbye, Colonel Davis. I think Lee's waiting for me to get inside my door. ... Okay, I'm gonna go inside. Alright, guys! I think I had like 10 minutes. Maybe less, I don't know. I'm gonna see if there's anything after the end, because there was.
Okay. Also, there's a second one. I have already bought it.
You already bought it?
It was free. The first one was. But the next chapter does cost money.
Okay. Okay. We'll Uber for...
I will do it for a Monty's sometime.
Okay.
Secondly, my only question for the whole game. No. For the whole game is why the heck are we burying Skylar in the forest like she's some sort of supernatural hunter?
She's an orphan. She doesn't have any family.
She doesn't deserve a funeral.
They gave her one.
In the forest, like a supernatural hunter.
I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with it. I'm pretty sure that's, illegal. But here we are. Alright, guys. That was part 3 of Silver Creek Falls. So I'm actually really glad that I didn't, call it, because, yeah. We had, maybe 10 more minutes, maybe 15. I think it was more like 10. But we are gonna wait around and see, because at the end of the second one there was a whole extra thing. So I want to see if there's anything else extra at the end. Stay tuned for more. Yep, there we go. The Beaumont, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh, I'm a dude. Okay. Objective, meet with Agent Karmarova. Okay. I have to play this out, apparently. Oh, he's such a happy kitty. He found his pickle. Is Agent Valdez not who he said he was either? Nope, I'm not Phil. I'm some other guy. Phil's blonde. Komarova? Where is Valdez? He's in the bathroom. He'll be here in a second. We can start without him. Professor Chin, I hope your flight was comfortable. It was fine. Thank you for flying me in business class. It's not a problem. Do you have Conway's files? Of course. Here you go. Thank you, Winston. You did the right thing. Okasana, what will Moscow think of what you're doing? They'll understand. It's for the greater good. Hans, will Mark be okay with this? He'll understand. I know he will. We need to prepare for the invasion. I knew it! Aliens! Yes, we'll need every trick under our sleeve to protect us against them. Them? I knew it, guys! It's aliens! So, that was Silver Creek Falls. I'm hoping that the sequel will answer who them is. Well, the stream is not what I originally expected it to be, but I'm so glad that we finally got Silver Creek Falls finished and played, and I have enjoyed this. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. That was kind of wild. That was really, really wild. And I want to know what Agent Valdez is up to up in there. But yeah. And Monty, in case you are wondering, that was at the college. That was the guy who was like the assistant that handed over the files. So yeah. All right, guys. I'm Missy, and thank you for joining me for my stream. I'll see you guys next time. So I will be streaming Dreamlight Valley tomorrow. So I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye! You're very welcome, Nishith. Bye, everybody!